Outgoing Chief of Staff John Kelly gave a wide-ranging exit interview to the LA Times. What did he have to say about his time at the White House and this current fight over the border wall?
That's right. It was wide-ranging and eye-opening. Everyone here in the nation's capital looking into this, because it appears that General Kelly, as he wraps up his time in service in the White House, is looking to set the record straight on his time here. He was relatively frank and gave his sense that working for President Trump wasn't anywhere near easy. In fact, he called it bone-crushing work. But he also defended President Trump against allegations that he is not informed or is perhaps ignorant on certain topics. He said, quote, "It's never been the president just wants to make a decision based on no knowledge and ignorance. You may not like his decision, but at least he was fully informed on the impact." And when it comes to the border wall fight and the language that we've discussed surrounding it, Kelly was clear. He said, quote, "To be honest, it's not a wall." The president says wall. Oftentimes, frankly, he'll say barrier or fencing. Now he's tended towards steel slats, but we left a solid concrete wall early on in the administration when we asked people what they needed and where they needed it. So that is making it clear that early on during Kelly's time here in this administration, they knew that Border Patrol and the communities that line the southern border of the U.S. didn't need a large physical barrier, and that was not something they wanted the government to pursue. So General Kelly making it clear now that they've known that for quite some time. And on the criticism that General Kelly wasn't as politically savvy as perhaps his predecessor or as other typical chiefs of staff, since he has a predominantly military background, he said, quote, "I told the president the last thing in my view that you need in the chief of staff is someone that looks at every issue through a political lens." So overall, you see a man here who has spent most of his time in government on the military side of things, try and set the record straight as he wraps up his time here in the White House. And no word yet on if any of this might be part of some book, perhaps, that Kelly will put together. We'll have to wait and see for that.
Yeah, really fascinating to hear General Kelly's comments during that exit interview. Errol Barnett at the White House for us. Errol, thank you.
You got it.